Alright, hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Secondary Science, and I am a 10th grade biology teacher. I also teach a couple of freshmen sprinkled in there, and then I will also be teaching an environmental science class, but right now I'm just in biology. I have different levels. I have accelerated kids, I have lower level kids, I do co-teach, but the main purpose of this video is to show you how I keep myself organized with all the different things that I teach and just, in general. So I'm going to show you like my paperwork, how I keep that actually organized. I'm also going to show you my computer, so like the folders that I have, and then I want to show you my like Google side, because we are a Google school, so we use Google Classroom. I have my Drive and everything like that. I want to show you how I organize that, just in hopes that I can help you out with maybe your organization. And then I also wanted to show you, I guess this kind of goes along with paperwork, but like my absent work and how I keep that organized so that kids know what they need in case they're gone. So just stay tuned if you want to learn more about my organization, vlog style. So first up, I have this beautiful thing. So really, I only teach 4 periods in a day. However, because my schedule changes from trimester to trimester, I just have them all labeled. So we're going to look at first period. So this is my first period. So this is actually where I keep papers that I need to turn back because I don't have a first period. That's why you see all these binder clips, so I can clip them together. And then in each drawer, I have, I think about 3 folders. Really, I just use one, but hey, dirty finger. But for the different topics, you can use the folders to put like quizzes and things like that. So let me open second period. So in this drawer, this is where I keep all my bathroom and locker passes that kids have used. So I have those here. In this folder, I have quizzes or retakes that the students have done. So I don't want to show you names or anything, but that's all right here. So I never pass back quizzes. Typically they're online, so I don't have to worry about it. But the ones that they retake are on paper, and some, like their chi-square quiz, it was on paper anyway. So I keep them in here. This is their signature paper from their parents that they agreed to the syllabus and they read it. And then these 2, well actually just one this trimester, can be used for my energy unit and keeping quizzes in there. So overall, that's what I keep in this tower. And the bottom part of the tower is my planning supplies. So really, I just have my notebook. Let's open this over here. So kind of this is what my weeks look like, and then I just add to it as I go on. Just a general outline of what's going on goes in here. And then I keep things that I need. This is for a review game. This is for upcoming kind of material. So I have this all in one location so I know where to get that. In here is my filing cabinet, and this is extra paper from every single topic from first trimester. So I have first trimester up here, I have second trimester at the bottom. They are separated really not neatly by these papers, by the major topics, and then individual, I'll say subtopics that are separated that way. So that is first trimester, super heavy. This is second trimester. So all of this up until here is genetics. And then I have a little bit of energy right there. So this is getting more organized as I go through. Like this chi-square one looks pretty nice. I have a folder in here which holds all of my originals. And then behind it I have just extra paper from when I made copies, and I just had extra. So that is that. And then we're going to move on to this cart over here. So this is my cart. Because in any given time I either teach 2 different classes or at least 2 different levels, that's what those are assigned for. So for instance, on Friday, I have my notes ready to give them, and then also their study guide. So when I make copies, I try to make all my copies in a day or a couple days, and then I just organize them by day. And then under here I have some magnets when I do my word wall. These are magnetic kind of whiteboards. I have dry erase sleeves and things like that. And that is where I keep my handy dandy lamination paper. Plastic, rather. Okay, so that's the main gist for my paper. Then comes my topic binders. So this one looks pretty nice. So in the front of my topic binder, I have the actual standard of everything underneath. So this is heredity. I have a general outline of the things that I've done in order, maybe with some notes. I will print out a new one because this is a new year, so I will list what I did, but I also have this on the computer as well. So I have access 2 different ways, and then I have their test, so I know exactly like what am I supposed to be teaching them. And then you can see by the fun colored paper here on the side, this is separated by topic. So I have Punnett squares, I have dihybrids, and everything underneath that is the practice for that particular topic. Sex-linked traits and pedigrees, non-Mendelian, so incomplete and codominance comes first, multiple alleles, blood types, polygenic, pleiotropy and epistasis, which isn't too much, and then review before their quiz. And this is where I made kind of like topic task cards. So this can be actually used throughout. It can be used as a review. There's lots of different ways to use these cards. But for my purposes this year, it was just as a review. They have a paper form of review, and then underneath would then be the actual quiz that they took. Moving on to chi-square, all that practice, protein synthesis, mutations, and then at the end we have our study guide and our test, which is all underneath there. So in general, for any topic that we talk about, we have 5 major ones. That is how my binder is organized. So I have my standards in the front, I have kind of a list of what I've done next to that, and then I have everything in order of the way that I taught it per topic, with all the extra or like originals kind of underneath that topic. So that was my heredity one. Sorry if you couldn't see me. And that was my heredity. In this cabinet behind me, which is what y'all see most of the time, I have my calendar of events. And then in here is where I keep lots of stuff. So on the door here, I have like a biology study guide, which looks like this, and I have another one. So this comes in handy for their state tests. I have my professional information up here, so like professional developments and everything like that go in this binder. This one holds some like more or less IEP kind of stuff, kind of confidential information. This is my sub binder, and this one I don't do anything with anymore, so because all of that is in here. So in case like I'm absent or something and I didn't plan, I can ask one of my co-teachers to just say, hey, open up, get my purple folder, and everything's already ready in there. Let me know if you guys want to see how I put this together, especially for like the high school level. So again, that's my sub binder. Below here is all my curriculum stuff. So I have books, not a lot. And then like I showed you for my other binder, I have binder per topic. I have a couple binders because one is more a modeling curriculum, and then one is more of a either layers or stations or that kind of instruction. And some stuff can go back and forth. So some stuff that we do in modeling can be done otherwise, but I just have 2 different binders for that. Some cleaning stuff, and then I have not gotten to energy yet or their review, which is why it's over here. So this stuff we've already done, this stuff we need to do. In here I have just like games, kind of review games, popsicle sticks, just kind of general, general things. And then down here I have this bucket for when we do layers. It's already pre-set up, so I can just throw things in those files. And this is just extra like file folders and things like that. And then these are their tests or their old tests, so I keep them back here so that the kids can't get to them and cheat. Okay, so I think this is where I left off. This is my filing cabinet, which is actually not used for filing because if you look inside here, I got some names on there, there we go. There's not like the thing here to put the folders. So this is where I keep all of my old exams because we need to keep them for at least one trimester after the previous one ended, in case there's any, discrepancies. Down here, I have my student material so that I can just reload this when some of this stuff is running low. My third period, this is all of my parent communication, so all of my failure letters, envelopes, letterhead, all that stuff. And then down here is just extra stuff. So I have some Sharpie markers, I have some stamps, this extra little caddy right here. So that's that. So moving on through my paper flow, I have my student absent work. So here I have one class, so this is my biology accelerated, that is my regular biology. And for those two, I just put in whatever we did that day. I put that in the day that we did it, if that makes sense. So whatever we did on Monday, I put in Monday's folder. The kids know, well, was I gone Monday? Go grab anything out of that folder. Then everything just gets recycled kind of weekly. I always have extra copies in case they need it. It's also on Classroom, so they have kind of different options to get that. So I also wanted to show you my, that was my paper flow and my student flow of paper. Oh. So with this being part of my student paperwork, I also have this tray. So this is where they actually turn work in so that I can grab it. I have a system where they put everything on top of the folder that they need to turn in, and then I'll put everything that I turned back and maybe they weren't here. So everything inside this they can grab if they were absent. Sometimes if I find random notebooks laying around because I forget it, I'll just put it in that period wherever they left it so that they can grab that. So that is their little station. Another thing for me is this. This is mostly where I keep quizzes that need to be taken or retakes or anything like that. So I have my quizzes to take folder. We have a testing center, so I have testing center cover sheets. Basically what the testing center is where kids can go down during their free period, if you want to think of it like that, and take their missing quizzes, tests, things like that. Somebody is there to monitor them. They take their phone, they give them their test, they return it to the proctor, and so everything is very streamlined because not all of us have the same open period as our students. So we either have A open or D, and not all of the students follow that. So just to have it in one central location is really good. So now that I finished showing you my actual paper flow, I want to show you what my computer side looks like. So I'm going to show you my my drive on Google, and then what my actual computer folders look like. So if you're looking at my computer, this is my Google Drive, and in here, and let me zoom in a little bit so you can see, I have, maybe I shouldn't zoom in. That looks a little bit clearer. So over here I have pictures, so anything that I need to add, just different pictures to a quiz or anything, I have it all in one spot. I have my science slows, I have my biology. This is my school folder, so our administration shared this folder with us with important bulletins and schedules and things like that. I did teach middle school, so I have an entire folder dedicated to that. My stuff is just stuff that doesn't fit in those categories. Templates, so this goes back to my retake. So this is my templates. This goes back to kind of my retakes, anything that I have posted around the classroom, quiz corrections, just general templates that I used for different stuff like Venn diagrams, hall passes, all that good stuff. Then I have student work, so anything that my kids have turned in, I will have. So this is quite the collection that I could probably actually get rid of, but sometimes I like to pull previous students' work to show a good example, bad example, so on. And then I have it separated by the year. High school approval committee, this is just what I'm a part of for my SLOs. I grade SLOs, so that's my folder. Information sheets, apparently I don't have anything, so I don't need that. Biology second trimester, that is just a Google folder. I don't have a lot of the kids turn in work on there, so I don't actually use it very much, but if I did, that's where those things would go. My warm-up slides are not in a folder because I use that daily and constantly, so they're just on my main page. And this is my website that I have not completed, and I don't even know if I'm going to, if you want me to be honest. But I want to show you my biology. So this is the main thing that I teach. I have it separated into, this is my modeling curriculum, which I pull from a lot, and then I have the folders organized by their unit. And I also have colors so that it's just a little bit easier to find. So right now we're in Unit 7, which is heredity, which is red, and then anything that we do related to heredity is in here. So as you can see, there's lots of stuff. The purples right here, those are all quizzes. I have a flow chart, like anything that I've ever done in heredity is in this folder. So when I was told I was going to get a co-teacher, it was really good because then I could just share this whole thing with her. So she has access to everything I've done as well. This is their protein synthesis folder, which they did just recently. So all the stuff that we've done in there is located in this folder, and I just shared it with them. And then that's how that looks. That's how all the folders look, really. Our previous unit last trimester was reproduction and cells, or I'm sorry, and growth. So again, kind of set up the same. This I got separated into task cards and things like that. But anything that we do related to a topic is dropped in the folder. If any co-teacher needs it, then I can just share that particular folder with them. And then this is my sequence. So I think this comes in really handy. I keep this from year to year, and I just kind of add like how long did something take? Did I like that? Did I take it out? Kind of thing. I said that this year we did layers, so that whole thing was within my layers, which is interesting. And I just kind of note, like I said, what worked, what didn't, how long things took, if I needed to maybe find like a better reading or something for the next trimester, things like that. So it's just a nice running list of the things that I've done. So, you know, from year to year or trimester to trimester, I can always look back and find what I need very easily. So that's my like Google side of it. I would show you my mail, but there's lots of things in my mail. But for my mail, let's see if I can show you anything. Maybe I'll just blur this out. But I have just a running list of labels. So I hate having like an overflow of mail in one section. So I have just labels for everything, and I throw that email into the labels accordingly. My other is this. I'll move this over here. So this is my desktop, and just like my Google Drive is just how my desktop is organized. A lot of the stuff that I do is on like Microsoft Word and stuff like that because I just think it's easier to work with, and then I might transfer it over or I might upload it to Google, to my Drive, but everything originally is probably located in here, but it's set up the same exact way. So I have my, let's see, we're in genetics and heredity, and again, everything that we've done is in here and probably more. So I just have basically this set up by unit, and then I'll have to add like my environmental science will be a folder, and anything we do will go in there. Again, I have like my stuff, high school information, templates, things like that. But in general, this is mainly what I use. So it stays very nicely organized. So again, like if somebody needed something, I can just easily go to the folder and find that. So in general, I hope this helped you out in terms of, you know, how to organize stuff, how to keep everything in a place so that it's easy for you to go back and look for things or to just file and know what you have to do. So right now, I know that I have to go to my first period folder and I have to finish grading whatever is in there, after I do that, I'm going to move all that paper up to the front so that when those kids come in, I can just hand it back. So I don't have like a large stack of anything to do or anything to hand back. It's just one nice little flow of material. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram if you want some weekly updates, and I'll see you guys in my next video.